YouTube, what's happening? Can't believe I'm actually saying that there. Like, I've literally watched YouTube, right, since I was like about 12, about 10-year-old, man. How-to videos, like Xbox, PlayStation mainly, hundreds of stuff over the years, man. Literally since I was a wee guy. I've literally used YouTube for so long. And anyway, there's a couple of things I'm going to cover in this video. Like, obviously, wee intro, right? Wee introduction. Who I am. I know the majority, by the way, obviously is going to be here from Instagram and TikTok, right? But just in case, maybe at some point somebody actually is watching this video, maybe not from there, right? And then also, actually, most important bit is why I've decided to make a YouTube, right? Why am I even here on YouTube? Why have I decided to start a YouTube channel? Because there actually is a good reason for it. So I'm Jamie Haxton, I'm an online fitness coach. I have done this job for 5 years. Full time since 2023. I have literally transformed hundreds of people's bodies for weddings, events, photo shoots, which by the way, I've got a photo shoot next month, which I'm absolutely buzzing for, man. I've literally turned my passion into my purpose, man. Genuinely have. I love what I do every single day. So why am I here on YouTube? Why have I decided to start YouTube? And there's a good reason for this, as I was saying there. So I've posted videos and I've been making content since 2021, right? September 2021 is how long I've been making videos, and I've been posting on Instagram. I think I've actually made about 1,100 posts, right? No far off that. It's over 1,000 anyway, over 1,000 posts, right? Posting Instagram for over 4 years. I'm posting on TikTok for like 3 and a bit years. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, by the way, sorry if you're already doing all right, and I hate when that happens. See when you already know what something is, and somebody's sitting explaining something to you, like, oh, by the way, this is how this works, and you're like, I fucking know that, mate, right? So sorry if that's you, but just to go over a bit about long and short form content, right? Instagram, TikTok, very simply, they are short form content, okay? How long do you spend on an Instagram post? Not very long, probably about, 5 seconds, sometimes maybe even less than that. If you just see a post, yep, like, or not, no interest in that, scroll past. Even if you're sitting watching a video, like the average attention span is like 10, 20 seconds, because you're in that scroll mode. Whereas, same with TikTok, obviously, like it's like you get quite, and they make it very clear, those platforms make it very clear that is what those platforms are for. YouTube, podcasting, long form content, right? This is, by the way, this video you're watching right now, this is the first time I've ever made a long form content video, ever. Obviously, there's going to be loads more to come. Since now I'm starting my YouTube channel, but this is the first one, and that's the reason why, right? I want to make more long form content because I want to get more of myself across, right? That's the whole purpose of me doing this. I want to get more me, casual, chatting, like this, no fancy transitions, words on the screen, shit like that, right? Just literally me, being me, talking about stuff, and just a bit more casual. By the way, I'd love to see I sit and have like a solid idea of like what my next 5 videos are going to be for my YouTube channel. I've not got a fucking clue, right? I've literally got no idea. So I'll just need to make that up as I go along. In fact, to be honest with you, I don't even know exactly how the rest of this video is going to go, but anyway. So that's basically why I'm not trying to be a famous YouTuber. I'm not trying to like go viral on YouTube or something like that. I'm literally just trying to get more of myself across. That's pretty much it. Of course, I'm going to keep the base of the content, by the way, of the channel. Of course, it's going to be around fitness, training, improving, continuous progression. But I'm definitely going to chuck in plenty of like lifestyle stuff. Maybe a wee bit of like kind of like vlogging style things, stuff like that. Maybe a bit of travel. Maybe if I'm going away or something like that. On a holiday, I may do a bit of vlogging, stuff like that. So that's the kind of idea I've got. Maybe even I've got like, as I mentioned, they're like photo shoots. I'm thinking maybe if I've got like a photo shoot, a client photo shoot coming up, maybe I might like make a YouTube video out of that or something like that, kind of like document their transformation. These are the kind of ideas that spin around my head. But to be honest, I still don't really know. Right? I'm just kind of winging it, man. I'm just winging it. And you know what? We all need to start somewhere. Right? We all need to start somewhere. But it's crazy. Like Instagram, TikTok very much push you towards that. Like, hold on, man. Do you know what? I'm actually going to show you something, right? Got to show you something, because I actually noticed this the other day, and I think this was actually like, you know that way sometimes you've been thinking about something for a while, and then like something just like happens to you, and you go, do you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. This is what it is, right? So let me look at something. Actually, on ChatGPT here, right? ChatGPT.
GPT, I love ChatGPT. I love it.
Longer than 3 minutes. No, I've made an ass out there. Hold on a minute. Right. Oh, there you go. Right. There you go. You'll actually not be able to see what's on my actual screen from here, right? But like it literally comes up straight away. Yes, in case you didn't know this, Instagram does warn you if a video goes over preferred length. Here's up to date, blah, blah, blah. Instagram Reels now officially split up to 3 minutes. So it literally tells you. I made a video, I think it was a couple of weeks ago or something. It can sometimes you just need that kind of like extra wee push, and it said like, oh, by the way, your video will not be shown to basically anybody because it's so long. And I was like, for fuck's sake, man, like I'm gonna, do you know what I mean? Like I want to try and get a bit more myself across where I can just chat and not feel like I'm on a timer. By the way, I'm not complaining. It's going to sound, I'm absolutely not complaining. I love Instagram and TikTok, but just branching it, starting something a bit different into kind of like longer form content, more casual chatting. Just turn the camera on, start chatting away. So what I'm going to do in this first video, from the idea, no, I've got a wee idea, right? By the way, did you like the wee intro? Actually, the wee intro thing before the video started. I actually made that myself, by the way. That didn't take me too long, to be fair. But so what I'm going to do here, it's Saturday, right? It's about 11:30. So what I'm going to do, I'm recording this video, so about 11:30 in the morning. So what I'm going to do is go and get my pre-workout meal, show you what I'm having, go to the gym, wee voice over in the gym, take you through my training, come back, get a wee smidgen of what to do in the afternoon. And that's pretty much me. I don't know what you say to end like a wee intro. I think that's about it. So I may just call the video that. I don't even know what I'm going to call this video. I may just call it a wee intro or something like that. What an awesome start that is, man. So I don't care, I'm just going to post it anyway. So I literally just recorded this video that you're watching right now, or done a bit of it, and realised that the camera wasn't even turned on. That's how much I'm bad at this, so just going to bear with me for a while. And I was actually going to show you like what I was actually eating for my pre-workout meal, but now I've already eaten it because I didn't want to get cold, so that's a great start on that. Anyway, I've had some oats. Normally I have like some oats, or I have some cream of rice or something like that before I train. I'll normally digest for like 40 minutes to an hour, which for some people it's probably not long enough, but generally long enough for me, to be honest. I'll get the same amount of calories in there now, then I'll show you my macros. Let's just focus that there. Yeah, kind of. 2,800 calories on training days, and then 2,500 on rest days. So a bit of flexibility, man, which is good. Better than a low food for diet and stuff, but I'm planning to run a wee mini cut maybe like in about 6-7 weeks time, something like that. So anyway, just had a pre-workout meal. Going to the gym, I train in Prestige, which is literally just like a 5-minute walk from my house. So lucky, man, so lucky. That gym opened last year. It was so good. Hundreds of minted machines and that. You'll see when I'll show you in a minute. But I'm undecided what I'm going to do for film training. Don't know if I'm going to film like just some clips and then just like a voice over it, or I don't know if it depends how busy it is. I can maybe actually just take my mic in and just spar the mic on, just walk you through some exercises, something like that. I'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'll see you in there.
Shoop. Oh.
We're in posterior all day. It's about 7 exercises. Gym's not too bad, man. Club Lad Classics on the Saturday. But I'm on exercise 2. Generally goes upper back lats for posterior sessions, and then normally a hip hinge, 45 degrees, hip extension, and if not, I'll run like an RDL or something like that. But posterior's always a good session, man. Tiring, really fucking tiring, because obviously it's a whole posterior, we're top of posterior by the way. Every muscle in your whole of your back, hamstrings, glutes, low back, upper back, full lot. It's fucking exhausting. This is on a single arm work now. Took 3 plates for a spin there, not too bad. 6-7 reps, man, I'll take that. And then we'll go always on like that. Lats, upper back. The easiest way to think about your back on a pull day, right, or a posterior day, whatever, is always going to be the elbow path, right? So it's the path your elbow travels back at. So lats this way, upper back, literally just to the side. Easiest way to remember it, man. I think a big part of this channel, man, is going to be like me just accepting, like I'm a bit of a perfectionist sometimes, like I'll be like, oh, I need to get this right and this perfect clip and a good angle and different lighting and all that kind of stuff, and I think a big part of it for me anyway, which might sound a bit silly, but it's just going to be like just going fuck it and just like, do you know what I mean, like just film anyway, Stop focusing and trying to like get everything right, and just like accept that something won't like quite as good, or I might fuck my words up, and I might fuck my sentence up, like I just done there. Do you know what I mean? And just like not really care about it. Just a bit more relaxed, man. Oh. Also helps like push me, even myself, like push me a wee bit even further out my comfort zone, because like even stuff like this, like filming in a gym, filming outside, sometimes it's scary, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, what if this person's looking at me, what if this person's thinking, no, this and that, like, you need to just not give a fuck, man, who cares? And just go for it, you know what I mean? So it's almost like that as well, just push myself just a wee bit further. I've actually got 2 full back days. Well, foolish. This is my posterior, then I've got another pull delts day. My pull delts, obviously, as you probably guessed, pull plus a little bit of delts as well. Just top the delts up, but my main day is this one, posterior, and then the pull day is almost like a wee top up. This posterior day's got no arms in it at all. Just because I did to pick some arms are probably a strong point for me. Back isn't he? Back could, I would arguably say, is maybe lagging a wee bit, so a wee bit extra volume in there across the week. You know, something that is really common that people fuck up is warm-up sets, man. There's no rule of thumb, right? Don't tie yourself in a warm-up set. It is literally not even a warm-up really, it's a priming set. You can call it like a priming set, a build-up set, whatever you want to call it, you know. But for the most part, unless you're just going to the gym, you're already warm. So you really only want to take, for a build-up set, like say 50% of the working load, 5-6 reps, maybe 70% of the working load, maybe 3-4 reps, and then go for it. If you want, you can go with like 90% of your working load and do 1 rep. That's more of a kind of like neurological thing. But you really don't need to spend fucking ages warming up for a movement you're already warm. There's no point in me doing like 3-4 warm-up sets for a T-bar row. I've already done 4 back movements, so you just need to kind of gauge it yourself. It's one of those things. Whoa. Good fucking session. Gym was actually, I said at the start of the video, I think, didn't I, that the gym wasn't too bad, but it was actually quite busy, man. But Saturday, innit? Saturday is generally going to be a little bit busy, I suppose. So obviously, normally I have like on a normal day, like on a weekday. Well, no, Saturday's a fucking normal day, right? But on a day that is like not a weekend, I will obviously get all my client work ticked off, everything done, all the like super important tasks I need to get done. First, I'll do that in the morning, and then once my time's freed up, I've replied to my clients, I've done any adjustments, any new plans or anything that's been built, obviously check-ins as well being the priority. Once all they get done and ticked off, obviously to a high standard, then I head off to the gym. That's when I go to the gym, and then I come back and then I'll finish off my work in the afternoon. I'm going to have a pretty chilled out Saturday night, because me and Taylor were actually, in fact, do you know what, why don't we pop some photos or something up on the screen now, maybe, we were last night, we went to the Spanish Butcher, steak restaurant, banging, if you know been, go, so good, man, so good. We've been a good few times now, but Taylor got a voucher that she for her birthday, so I'm probably not going to be, I actually had 4 drinks or something, nothing major, but going to the gym, fucking shake it off, that's it, innit? So back home, normally I wait a wee half an hour, 40 minutes before I actually eat after my training, round to the house, have a meal, probably wrap this video up, see you at the desk. I think it actually probably takes longer to drive than walk, because of that traffic, especially on Saturday, man, it's ridiculous. Towards that Squinty Bridge. That's basically where Prestige is, and roughly where I stay, is near the Squinty Bridge. Good session, chilled Saturday. As I was saying just there, we were out last night, so I'm not getting up too much. I leave myself with like basically like very very little, almost no work to do on a Saturday, like maybe even a couple of hours or something like that, a couple of hours in the morning, something along those lines. I work on a Sunday. I like to do a bit of work on a Sunday. It puts my head for the week. I do a bit of content. I do a bit of content creation, kind of like brainstorming ideas. Obviously now I've started this YouTube channel. This has maybe got to take a bit of extra of my time, but I'm not going to commit myself to anything crazy. Thinking probably like maybe one every 2 weeks, something like that. I'll maybe try and commit myself to something like that. But I would like to do one a week. I'm going to try and shoot for one a week, because the way I'm thinking about it is like, well, that means in a year's time I'll have made 50 YouTube videos, which I think is all right. Do you know what I mean? It's not too bad. That's the way I'm kind of thinking of it. And obviously, the more and more of these I make, hopefully everybody get better and better at it. That's normally the way it goes, isn't it? The more you do something, like the better you get at it, generally speaking. Unless you're obviously doing it like so fucking wrong, it's unbelievable. But let's hope I get better at doing them. But I think it's been all right. I think it's been not too bad for a first stab, a first dig at making a YouTube video. It's out my comfort zone. It's very different. Yes, I'm so used to talking to a camera. I talk to camera all the time. Yes, I make content. I make videos. But YouTube's quite different. I'll wrap this first video up here. The intro, I think I'm deciding that. I think I'm just going to call it that. Just going to call it the intro. So, if you could do me a massive, massive favour, if you have watched it, well, if you watched the video this far, you've already done me a massive favour. If you could do me an extra tiny wee favour, hit that like button below, hit subscribe. It'll really, really help me massively, and it's free, and it'll take you like 1 second. All right. So I'm going to wrap this video up here, and I'll catch you in the next one.